What is up, and welcome back to the channel. And I am your chief guitar instructor, Miles. And today we're talking about Shawn Lane, and we're talking about Shawn Lane's diminished guitar licks in particular. And if you don't know what a diminished lick is, well, a diminished chord is really a chord that takes a root and then a flat 3 and a flat 5. And so that gives us 2 minor thirds. And so what that means is you're essentially, if you're looking at it on a single string, you're skipping 3 frets at a time. So we're going to be using the root note of C sharp, which is our 9th fret of our low E, and we're going to skip 3 frets. So we're going to go 9, 12, 15, right? But here's the thing. As you move horizontally across the strings, your diminished notes develop this kind of staircase. So if we're going E, A, D, and G, then you'd go 9, 10, 11, and 12. But remember, since this is diminished theory, you can go up a minor third, 3 frets ahead of that, on each string, and you'll continue to remain in your diminished arpeggio. So, and the trick here is once you get to that G string, you just forget about the B string and skip a string, go to the high E, and stay on the same frets, 12, 15. So anyways, let's talk about exactly what I'm doing there. So we're going to start by learning this 2-note per string diminished theory, and then we're going to talk about how Shawn Lane approached diminished licks, diminished arpeggios using 3 notes per string. So right now, we're just starting at that 9th fret low E, and we're going to play 9 and 12 with our index and pinky fingers. And then you're just going to continue to use your first and pinky fingers, first and fourth fingers, as you move across the 5 strings. So you'll play 9, 12, A, 10 and 13, D, 11 and 14, G, 12 and 15, and high E, 12 and 15. So you see what I mean? How it makes that staircase shape. Alright, so that's our basic diminished shape, and that's kind of how a diminished chord moves, diminished arpeggio moves. And so what Shawn Lane would do is he would do these really wide stretched diminished licks. And the way he's doing that is, as he would move across the strings, he'd use his index, middle, and pinky fingers, and then, you know, that third note, it's repeated on the next string, but it gives you a lot of really cool diminished arpeggio variations, like those groups of 6, or you could just move 1 note at a time, no weird variations. And of course, Shawn Lane used a lot of legato. And so what I want you to play here is we're going to start on this high E string, and we're going to play the lick that I played at the beginning of the video in the introduction. And so what we're playing here is we're using this group of 6. And remember, we're using our pinky, middle, and index fingers. And we're going to go pinky, index, middle, pinky, middle, index. And that's playing frets 18, 12, 15, 18, 15, 12. All right, so you play that lick, and then you play it again on the G string, and with the same fingers, 18, 12, 15, 18, 15, 12. Then you go up a string and move down a half step, and so you'll play 17, 11, 14, 17, 14, 11, go up a string, move down a half step again, and you'll play 16, 10, 13, 16, 13, 10, And lastly, 15, 9, 12, 15, 12, 9. So remember, it's just these groups of 6, and they move, they just move down a half step every time you move up a string. All right, and of course I'm doing that with pick, pull off, hammer, hammer, pull off, pull off. But you can pick the entire thing, you can pick half the thing, you can use hammer-ons and pull-offs wherever you feel it's necessary. You know, whenever it comes to technique, I always say, just do whatever feels best for you. And of course, if you want to get more of a Shawn Lane sound, I would do, you know, strict hammer-ons and pull-offs. Or Shawn Lane also had this very distinct, weird twitching technique that he talked about in a few videos where he's essentially doing a galloping motion, but it's how he'd start off his licks. See how I was doing that galloping motion there? But the rest of the lick after the gallop is just pull-offs and hammer-ons. So anyways, there are going to be some tabs for this on my website, which will be the link in the description. And that's it for today's episode, for today's video. And thanks so much for watching. And please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see any more Shawn Lane licks in the future. Let me know what licks you want to see from other guitar players. And I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks so much. Rock on.